Hello everyone, welcome back to Vintage Oaks, FSG here, hope you're all doing well. Now if you remember in the last episode we finally got our first new equipment. We've got the MB track and we've got the mowers that we've leased now. It was struggling a little bit with the power, but we've managed to get that field cut and done, and I do need to make a decision about what we do, but actually having those mowers, those expensive mowers, and those kind of more powerful mowers will put us in good stead in the future. It just means we're a bit low powered on tractor just at the moment, but hopefully a bit of a reinvestment in some machinery at some point in the future. We'll be able to upgrade our tractor to get that sorted. But what we're going to do now, we have also leased a couple of other bits of equipment. We've got a tedder, and we've got we actually bought a vintage second-hand windrower for very cheap money, but I think it was a really good buy. So I'm going to head down to the shop now, certainly pick up the tedder. We'll need to go back and get the windrower later on, but it means we can crack on with this contract, because I think it's going to be very lucrative, but I'm slightly ashamed at the state of my tractor, so we're going to give it a little bit of a clean, a bit of a wash before we head to the shop. Davey should be coming down in the next few days as well. He's coming to join us and hopefully do a bit of work for us, which is awesome, because two hands are certainly better than one in terms of getting stuff done. I've found myself kind of taking a lot longer on contracts than I would have liked to in a lot of cases, purely because things like having to stop the combine to go and unload trailers and things like that. So having Davey here is going to be a massive, massive help. You might even be able to do something with the horsepower on this 7000, although I think it's going to work a treat for the tedder. So let's find out, shall we? Anyway, that's looking a little bit better. So let's get this down to the shop. Let's pick up our new bits of equipment and we'll head to the field. Right, here we are at the shop now. Hopefully around the back, he said he'd just leave them out for us, ready to be picked up. One of the big challenges with this tractor is just the low top end speed. So 17 miles an hour is all we've got, which is slow on the roads. Will do us fine in the fields, and there they are. Look at that. So we've got a brand new Viacon tedder, 9 meter width on this. It was only 16,500, but if I'd bought it outright, it would have been a big kind of chunk of our money gone. Look, we've only got 26,000 in the bank now, so we've leased it for now. Longer term, we will buy it outright, but we're on a lease to buy program with it at the moment. But the windrower, on the other hand, this old, I think it's Polish, is very nice, very wide. Not the most modern piece of equipment, but it's absolutely going to do the job for us. So perfect for what we need at the moment. I only paid £1,300 for that, so I thought I'd buy that one outright. I don't want our loan costs to go up so crazily that at the end of each month when we have to make our payments, we're going to struggle to make ends meet. Now hopefully that's not going to be an issue, because we'll be bringing in the money from the contracts as well, so let's see. But for now, let's get this hooked up and see if we can get it down to the field. Hopefully, weight wise, it's not too bad, looking good there. So it doesn't need much to run it either. I think it's about 60 horsepower to run this, and we've got 95 in this tractor, so I think everything should be good. Right, the long old drag back to the field, so we will see you when we get there. Right, here we are arriving at the field. Look at the job that's done, and actually it's a really big field this, which is great. Now, I was slightly worried, there's the MB track over there, I was slightly worried the power of this tractor would slow us down, but actually I think it's working width in the field, and the working power in the field shouldn't cause us too many issues. So, I think the best thing to do is get it all unfolded. I mean, look at the width of this, it's fantastic. Now, brilliantly, it's been a while since we did the cutting of the grass, and I got a bit carried away buying the machinery, and it's just dawned on me this is a silage contract, not a hay contract, so we don't need a tedder. So I've just spent money on something that I didn't need. Now, obviously, I am going to use this, and I do need this, because we're going to do more and more baling contracts. But, just a lesson there, remember to check the contracts. That's a lot more helpful. More than anything, it's just slowing us down now because I'm going to have to go and get the windrower. We did buy a windrower as well, so no big issues there. But it means we've got another trip down the road. So I'll drop this off at the farm, I think, and then we'll go back and get the windrower. So here we go. Let's get this in the shed for now, honestly. Talk about not paying attention. Now, there's actually no space for it, I don't think. Oh, wait, there is. We can put it in the far side over there. I thought we'd run out of gaps in our shed, but actually if I reverse this in to each of these little segments of this end piece, we could get quite a lot of machinery in here. Look like I'm going to have to trim back some of these bigger bushes again, but that's alright. That's a job we can do in the downtime. But there we go, that'll do for now. Let's drop this here. And let's go and get that windrower, honestly. Pay attention, FSG. Right, let's go. Right, here we are back again. Let's pick this up. We're going to need a baler too. So let me just pop inside and see what they've got. They had mentioned as a couple of old John Deere balers they had in stock that they could bring down to the field for us if we were interested. So let's see what they've got while we're here. A day of tribulations continues. We don't have a compatible hitch for this windrower, can you believe it? So we're going to need to use the county. Luckily enough, the dealer said they're happy to run me back, pick up the county and come back here, so we don't have to scuttle off in this tractor and go and do that at a slow speed, which is super helpful. Also, look what else he's got for us. He has in stock at the moment, because we cannot afford any of these big beasts, he has got the John Deere 690 here. Well, the John Deere 100 look like almost identical. I think this is a slightly older model, but the same price. But look at these. How good do these look? They'll do our big bales. They only need 115 horsepower to run, so they could run off the MB track, which is brilliant because that's 150 horsepower. And they're only £12,000. I mean, why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we with this? And actually, this isn't a lease. We are going to do so many baling contracts that we should really buy this. It only leaves us with just over £12,000, but I might have a bit of a plan in place for that as well. So we are going to buy this, and we'll come back and we'll pick it up later. In fact, there it is, in the yard over there already. But for now, we'll park up the 7,000, and we'll go and get the county. Man, how keen am I for Davey to arrive? Here we are, back again. This is slowly eating into the time that we've got to do this contract, isn't it? But hopefully this is the last little glitch and then we can push on. Now, this has 115 horsepower, so this may even run that baler. We'll have to wait and see, but for now, it's got a job to do to get this windrowing done. So let's get it hooked up. Result. Okay, happy days. Right, at least we can get the work done now. So, we'll see you at the field. Right, here we are. Okay. Let's give this another go, shall we? Actually, it does cut the amount of jobs we have to do down, although we need a wrapper as well, so I'm going to have to think about that at some point. But for now, let's just get this started and running. Right. Let's get this lined up. It's getting late in the day now. It's already 4 PM in the afternoon. So we need to be careful that we don't leave it too late. Oh, but we drop this down. And there we go. Right. Windrow's getting done. And at pace as well. So we should get this done relatively quickly. And then we should be able to get the baling done tonight. Now, here's my plan. Remember the bale contract we did earlier on, which kind of gave us that nice lump sum? I'm just going to ask him if we could borrow his bale trailer for a bit. I'm sure he won't mind. It's going to kind of hopefully help us out until we've got the money to buy our own. It's that auto-load Kuzen though, so it should make the job of loading these up relatively straightforward. I don't know if I need masses of horsepower for it. We may need a lot of horsepower to tow it, because it'll be heavy when it's full of bales, but hey, you know what? Beggars can't be choosers, so we'll see what we can get away with. But anyway, for now, let's crack on. Let's get this finished, and then we'll come back and have a chat. Right, you'll notice from the little montage there that I ended up going into the middle of the field and getting those rows done and leaving the end rows till the end. That's just because it makes a little bit of a nicer finish and it's a bit easier for the bale to pick up, or the baler to pick up. So what we'll do, we've probably got 3 end rows here to run around the field, and then when the baler comes in, we've got nice neat piles for it to pick up. Now we will go round the outside with the baler first, and that sometimes leaves you with the challenge that there are bales in the way of the other rows, which can be a pain for the baler, but we'll just have to make do. The other option is we do the middles first, but you end up running over your end rows all the time, and that can be a bit annoying too. So we'll just give it a go and see what happens. I think what we'll do is run, when we've finished here, we'll obviously need to take this back to the yard. We'll need to take the MB track back to the yard as well with the mowers and get them dropped off. But then I think we'll take the MB track down to collect the baler from the field. Now I thought I'd maybe do 3 headlands here. I might just do 2 though, because this is quite a wide windrower. So there you go, there's the one we started when we came into the field originally. We'll roll right up to that, maybe even just kind of merge the 2 of these together like so, and then run along the bottom here again. So let's get this done, all tidied up, ready to go with the baler. I think we're going to run late tonight and get this done. Just want the job done. So let's do that, and we'll come back when we're ready to run this back down to the yard. Right, there we go, all done. We've got some lovely windrows here to be able to be picked up by the baler quickly. So, it's just a case of getting this folded up, back to the yard and dumped. And then we'll come back down here, grab the MB track, bring that back to the yard, get the mowers off it, get it over to the shop, pick up the baler, get it baled, get it picked up. All before the end of the day. Easy, right? In fact, after we've baled it, we've got to wrap it. So, yeah, another step, another thing we need to consider as well. A square wrapper, and they tend to be anyway, quite expensive, so we might need to shop around for one of those as well. Let's see what's available. Right, here we are. Let's try and reverse this into the shed next to... oh, a tedder? In fact, we'll leave the county here as well. Get a lift back down to the field because, yeah, I think our MB track is the right tractor to be using with the baler, just from a horsepower perspective. So let's get this. It's quite hard to manoeuvre. I'm not sure if that's because I'm on the county with the worst turning circle of any tractor ever known to man, or what, but there we go. It's in now. So, we will see you back at the field. I'll pop this in the shed, and we'll see you back down there. Right, let's head out with this. It does look a bit cumbersome, doesn't it? This mower is massive compared to the tractor. It's amazing. Somebody put in the comments the other week, remember when an MB track was the biggest tractor? It was Peter Clark said when the MB track was classed as a large tractor, and now it's tiny. Right, we'll get through this bumpy road and we'll get the mowers off, and we will see you back at the shop. Now, I did say I was going to meet you at the shop, but I just thought I'd show you this. This is a very, very practical shed. I could get that mower into there, no worries at all. In fact, in future I might go in this way. I think it's a little bit wider this way. My challenge now is the front mower doesn't go through there, so we'll adjust that at some point. It'll be fine under the tree for now. We've moved the county round to here, which just fitted under there. The beacon light made it a bit of a tight fit, but it went in. So this is the most practical shed I think I've ever had. So good. So good. Right. Let's get in this beast. Let's head down and pick up our baler. And for those of you who've not seen inside this yet, there you go. It is a beautiful tractor. Very nice and neat and tidy as well. It has been very well looked after. And hopefully we'll continue to do the same. But let's grab our baler. Nice big floaty wheels on it as well, so they're not going to sink into the ground too much, which is good. We've just got to hope that everything works as intended now. Let's get that hooked up though. Hang on a second. Not again. Right. An hour or so later, they have bolted on the right hitch. They had the parts. It was here. It just never been put on the tractor and was sold when the tractor was traded in. So they had them. They just didn't give them to me when I got the tractor. So that slowed us down a little bit, but not too much. But it does mean that we're in a good spot now. Right. Let's get this hooked up. Let's get out of here. There we go. All is good. Right, see you at the field. Right, here we are. We are in the field and we are moving very nicely. There is enough power in this tractor to get this done. Look at this, it's tickling along at quite a nice speed here. So, I think there's nothing more to do than just crack on, get this done as quickly as possible. It is getting a bit late in the day now, it's 5 PM already. We've still got to wrap these. So, I think time's not against us, but it would be nice to finish this today, even just to close it off and get the cash in the bank. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to push on and get this done. But nice big bales here, and they are coming out rather quickly, so there's a good crop on here. And you never know, with contracts like this, you do tend to make a little bit extra on the side because there's more crop than you've been quoted for picking up. So you do tend to make it just a slight bonus, which is nice. And silage pays well. So, like I said, we'll get these up and we will get these wrapped, and then we'll see where we go from there. Well, there you go, you got a bit of a flavour of how we're getting on with this field. It's quite a lot of rows to go. There's going to be a lot of bales in here, but I'm not going to show you the whole field. So I guess I'll see you when we're done. It's going to take a bit of time, this, but it's good fun. Tractor's running well, baler's running brilliantly. But yeah, it's going to be fun wrapping these, isn't it? Right. Yeah, like I said, come back when we finish the field.
Davy to FSG, coming.
Davey? Where are you?
I am sitting in the county. I've just arrived.
You are kidding me. You fancy jumping straight into some work? You could be a lifesaver here, mate.
Yep. Happy to do whatever you want.
Brilliant. I have just bought a bale wrapper from the local store. If you could go and pick that up and come and find me in field 71, I have got a whole stack of bales I need wrapping very, very quickly.
I'm on it, FSG. I'll see you soon.
Thank you, mate. Wow, wow, wow. Davey to the rescue yet again. He's some boy, isn't he? He is some boy. Right, let's get through these last rows and hopefully we'll see him in the not too distant future. I'm grafting away here and I look over to my left and look who's here. Davey's here and he's already picking up bales. He's also in Steve's fen. I'm going to have to ask him about that. But obviously Steve knew Davey from him visiting the other week and dropping off the county, so he's obviously said something, I don't know. Told him to use that rather than maybe the old county. But brilliant. So there we go. Look, how happy does that make me that there's two of us doing these jobs now. Totally awesome. Totally awesome, which means he can keep wrapping bales while I go and get that Arcuzan trailer from the other neighbour. I phoned him before while we were going up and down the field and he gave us the green light to go and pick it up whenever we need it. And he said, it's sitting in the yard, if I'm not using it, you're welcome to have it while you get yourself back on your feet. So, gotta say, the community down here has been super helpful at giving us a helping hand where it can, so I'm really grateful for that. But this is a big old field. There is a serious amount of bales on this. So things are looking good, hopefully. Now, money-wise, we've kind of spent a lot on leased equipment today. But I think this contract on its own will cover a lot of that. So we need to be mindful of that for our next few contracts. I might have to look at some of the bigger, chunkier ones. It may take us a bit longer to do, but the returns are going to be massive. So with that in mind, it looks like we've got one more pass to do. Davey's working his way through these bales very quickly already. So things are looking good. Things are looking good. Right, let's get this finished. Get the final few bales out of here, and then we'll go and have a quick hello to Davey. And we'll go and pick up that trailer. Right, we are done. And we found also the channel Davey's got his CB on. So I'm going to give him a shout now. Davey!
Hello, FSG.
Look like you've mastered that already.
Yeah, flying.
How have you got the fen?
I was about to head out of the yard with the county, and Steve said I should take the fent as it's much quicker, and he wasn't lying. I'm getting through these very quick.
You certainly are, you certainly are. Right, you're good. I'm going to get the bale trailer.
All good here, FSG.
Oh, heaven. Honestly. He's come a long way from that lad that kind of made a mess of everything way back at the start. Now, I'm going to leave the baler here. Tidy things up at the end, but just now, I'm going to just go and grab that trailer and start loading bales. Right, here we are. If you remember this yard, Oh, he's left it out for us, it looks like. Now, I didn't check to see what kind of horsepower I needed on this. It might be we need to flip over to the Fendt, because this is a big old beast. It may not pull, but we'll see. 150 horsepower is not bad. So we'll just have to wait and see. Looks slightly odd, doesn't it? A tractor being so small. But let's run it back to the field and give it a go and see what happens. Going to be a few. It's going to be a few trips. 14 bales, I think, per load. So there's definitely more than 14 bales on that field. Right, here we are, and look at the speed that Davey's getting through these bales. Goodness me, he must be getting on for halfway already now. Key thing here is let's work out how far we've got to travel to drop these bales off. There we go. We're going to the Oaks BGA, which is... There we are, up in the top part of the map. So we are 71 just here. Well, actually, it's not a bad run. Just up along to there. So, right. Next bit we need to know is, will the MB track be able to pull this trailer when it's got 14 heavy bales on it? Interestingly, with that drop on now, it's sliding, isn't it? This is going to be interesting. Let's see how we get on with this, shall we? It may be already we need to switch over to the Fendt. And if that's the case, we better let Davey finish what he's doing first. Yeah, there's definitely issues here. Okay. I think, on that note, we're going to accept defeat. And actually, this is pointing me towards, while this MB track has been good, and while we've got the county and while we've got the 7,000, we're struggling a little bit with tractors here, aren't we? So, we've got some decisions to make on tractors in the next episode. How do we move things forward? Because we're getting some good machinery now. Our tractors are letting us down. In the meantime, we're going to let Davey finish wrapping those bales. We'll come back next episode and get these hauled to the sell point. But for now, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. It's been really good fun pulling it together. I left all of those things you saw with the wrong hitches and forgetting what I was doing with the contract. I could have taken all of those out and made it look like it was a seamless journey, but why would I do that? You've got to see it warts and all. So, for now, from me, I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you again very soon. Take care. Bye for now.